Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tightwad here. Obviously I wanted to do a reply to a video, Zed's subscriber. First off, Zed, congratulations on yourself, mate. I see that number growing and growing and growing, because I outlined from the first couple of times watching your videos that you certainly have an actual talent behind the camera. You've got ability to interview people, to ask relevant questions, and I think what you do in some of the videos you've seen, and other people, I'm very bad at this because I just go on and on, is you keep things, well, I don't think you know how funny you are sometimes, and you've got this really dry, benign sense of humour, and it's not always obvious as to, you know, you said something funny, if that makes sense. But I certainly get your sense of humour and can understand, you know, the wording behind exactly what you mean, if that makes sense. So I really enjoy watching your videos. I think a lot of people do. I got no problems whatsoever in sort of, you know, putting it forward that you could be the United Kingdom bushcrafter community media man, you know, ZZ the media man. I mean, it's not only me that's made some really positive comments on the way that you make your videos, and you know, you are behind the camera. It's almost like you're an actual mate. You asked some really good questions, and what's your three most life experiences, or as you've gone through life? The way I perceive the question, mate, is, you know, how has that changed you, and how does that make, how are you now? Very pointed question, hard to answer in three, but I made a couple of notes just so I don't falter. But certainly for me, with my experience and background, one thing I've learned to do is, in any situation, don't react in anger, because, you know, the human being has two responses to danger, or an aggressive, or a situation that they're very not happy with. It's either fight or flight, which means we go. And I'm afraid, you know, like when I was standing in the queue, I must have been standing in the fight queue twice, because I don't have flights, if that makes sense. Now, I don't mean always fight. I come from a military background, but when necessary, yeah, as Roach said, I can revert to type, yes. And I've learned just to chill out as I've gone along. Number of things have made me do this. I think it's just me getting older and wiser. I think probably, I think once you've seen a few grisly things, then results of people's anger and people reacting in anger kind of makes you think. I certainly think differently now to when I'm in my 20s and so forth. So that's number one there, and yeah, don't react in anger. That can be when somebody's annoyed me at work, or somebody's kind of mildly insulted me, but think I don't get that, because I always speak to people in a very reasonable manner, and I expect the same from other people. But I can be verbally quite aggressive when need be, and not so much now, but, you know, when that danger comes, I react, and, you know, my training kicks in, and at times, you know, if it has been necessary in the past, you know, I remember Sergeant Manning saying to me, don't fight, listen I tell you to, and don't kill nothing unless you're going to eat it. And they're two lessons that have gone with me. So I'll just round it up there, because I can go on forever of how I feel that. You know, even if somebody at work's annoyed me or said something inappropriate, you know, one thing I really don't like is when somebody's picked on, somebody's bullied, somebody goes for the easy target, because I tell you what, two things really grip me, push my buttons. That is somebody that thinks it's okay to bully and pick on somebody. Well, that's fine. I don't mind if you want to bully people and pick on somebody. Here you go, bully and pick on me. And another thing, always has been with me, I'm not going to go into any details here, if you harm an animal, careful what I say here, an animal that's defenceless, be it like a domestic animal or an agricultural, or any living creature, and I hate to use that, a dumb animal, my way of looking at it, and I still have this mindset, my red list comes down really quickly. You know, I'm not perfect, and I've never met a perfect person. They'd probably be quite boring if you did. Whatever you do to that animal, you've got to be willing for me to do to you. And when if and when I make that decision to do it to you, it will not stop me sleeping at night. So there's two things I have to really grip myself, if that makes sense. It don't work when I get a bit annoyed, a bit stressed, and somebody's Yeah, I always go and have a cup of tea and a bun with me, a cigarette as well, and then I come up, and if I need to confront or deal with or challenge somebody's behaviour, I do it then. So I've learned to take a step back before my natural instincts kick in. There are times, especially when I was in the army, them instincts served me and people I served with well, so I have no regrets for being like I am. And most people that know me would think I'm a very, calm and placid person, but we've all got that switch, and there's two. People that think it's okay to pick out the weak person, the one that stands out or the one that doesn't fit in. Bullies have always got me. And I'll put my hand up, I'll tell you what, I bully bullies because they're very, very weak, and once you separate them from their little crowd, they're very weak people. But anyway, another one, certainly I live by a saying, what goes round comes round. And unfortunately, I think in our society there's too many people that are just willing to walk on by. Never ever, as far as I understand, stop to help somebody that needs help. At some point in my future, perhaps it's going to be me that needs that help and that. And there have been a number of times when I've done that. Quite well trained in first aid, and so yeah, I just, if there's somebody, whatever that scenario is, and you think about that scenario and you think, should I have, don't walk by, because at some point in your life you're going to need a help. And again, I can't go into various times. I could give some really, really good examples, primarily me stopping and being able to give people first aid until an ambulance gets there 2 or 3 times since I've been a civilian, and it's quite nice to know that them people are still walking about, which is always good. What goes round comes round. I just have that. I treat people with respect. I expect that myself. I deal with it. If you're going to come across people in your life that you're never ever going to get on with, and that's fine, because everybody's different. And I like now, and I've learned to embrace everybody's uniqueness and differentness and that. And I don't like to judge other people, because who am I to judge? I'm not a perfect individual. Right. And again, there's one thing I've learnt to do as well. If there's a problem, don't sit there stressing out about it. I think stress, anxiety, worry will kill you quicker than anything. And I think it is, if I've got a problem, I go and deal with it. I don't fester on it, and I don't sit there. I always have a plan, and planning for me is quite simple. It goes under the Army Man Wanted Kiss: keep it simple, keep it stupid. If there's something playing in my mind, then I go and deal with it, get it sorted out. At this point in my life, I like a nice, relaxed but non-stressful life, if that makes sense. A life full of stresses as it is, mostly brought on by about other people rather than sort of me myself. So that's certainly something I learned to do. I've learnt to do, and I'm very much conscious of that. I'm quite lucky in the fact that I have and I try to explain this to people as well, I'm quite lucky that I've got what I call an ignore switch, so I can ignore a lot of stuff. If it doesn't bother me, it's not affecting me, my family, and I can't actually do anything about it, then I stop worrying about it. If it is something I can worry about, gosh, get it done, get it sorted, and then crack on. So really, Zed, I think that's me free. Don't react in anger. Never walk by anybody that needs help. Myriad of scenarios there, and try and make your life as stressless as you can. And as and when problems occur, go and deal with them, get them sorted, and then crack on. So at this point, Zed, obviously, I think whether you like it or not, you're going to end up being like the United Kingdom's bushcraft community ZZ the media man, mate, because you've got a natural talent in front of a camera. So Zed, I hope that is okay for you, mate. One thing I will say, if there was, I think it's a terrible memory, £50 Amazon voucher, mate. I want to obviously do your VR, mate, and this is one of the few, because I'm not sure what I'm doing. If I get a zillion subs, I'm going to be giving stuff away. I'm going to be doing stuff. You'll see another video where I'm making things for people, sending out a few pouches, the bush boxes, the Laplander pouches and the bush chairs. I'm doing it that way because I'm not doing like subs, I'm doing friends, people who talk to me, yeah. I watch the video and there's a gentleman now I think a great deal of, I think a lot of people does, when he goes into the woods in his bike and his bike may compromise him. So I'm sat there late one night and thinking, some clever bike camouflage is in order, and that's what I'm going to start on now. So this, if there is a £50 prize, I'm not proud. What I'd like to do, and my name suddenly comes out the hat, and it would be a first because I've never won anything in my life. I would like that £50 to go to Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital, mate. I think they do a lot of brilliant work there, mate. Yeah, I think for me personally, so Zed, I will enter this one, but I would like that money, the £50 to Great Ormond Street, mate. And obviously, if I do get pulled out of the hat, it will be a first, mate. But yeah, that's where I'd like that money to go, mate. So, well, everybody that's viewed my video, thank you very much. I hope you're having a lovely day making use of this glorious sunshine. And for those that are asking me, this is a genuine Swedish smock M90 camouflage. Probably one of the best jackets that I own. I just thought I'd whack it on to make it a little bit more bushcrafting. Right, ladies and gents, thank you very much for your time. And Zed, you're a cracking bloke, mate, and I really look forward to your videos and seeing many more of them, mate. And I wish you and your family a blessed week. I love that saying you have. And to everybody else, be safe and take care. Bye.